Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host, the Hut. Now, I am not feeling too spectacular tonight, or terrific for that matter. Just wanted to sort of do my old intro to remind people who I am. This is not a good situation, obviously, with the New York Mets. They've lost 5 in a row. This offense is pathetic. The pitching is pathetic. It seems like every decision that's been made by not only the front office, but by the manager has been the wrong decision. Now, before we get into this video, please subscribe to the Hut, to the Baseball Hut, and let me know what you think about what I'm talking about in this video. Now, for the past month, I've been on this team pretty hard. Because I want to see this team win. And I've been watching this, and I've got the TV here on the side. I've been watching this for a long time, and I'm tired of the lack of hitting. I'm tired of the lack of situational hitting. And the only good news that came out of this game tonight is that Pete Alonso just has a contusion to that wrist. There is a real lack of fight that comes from this organization. When stuff like that happens, this thing with Pete, there is no sort of sense of fighting back. And that has been, again, what I've mentioned, this institutional attitude. Well, it's just the Mets. Oh, the Mets are going to Mets. Oh, woe is me. You're not going to win. There's nothing you can do about it. That's got to stop. And you could feel it. You could feel it in this game tonight. You could feel it in this game from the broadcasters, and we all love these guys. But you could feel when the way they were talking about this game. All the way into the dugout, on the field, you could feel it. Get it out. Steve Cohen's got to get this attitude out of this organization. That's part of the big problem here. Okay? That's a major problem. Whatever the Mets do is the wrong decision. Now, they've been making bad decisions. Okay? The lineup, the way it's constructed is a mess. The roster is a mess. Again, for the last month, I was the first, folks. I was the first to talk about Daniel Vogelbach as a disaster as a player. In the month, and I've been complaining about him for a month, he has 1 extra base hit. No home run. 0 home runs. So think about that for a second. Anyone coming in here and defending this guy has to understand he's a loser. And as long as he and a couple of these players are on this team, they're not going to win. All right? Now, like I said, he grounded out to a double play. He hit that ball slowly. Most batters in that kind of a bat, the son of a bitch would have made the play close to second. The shortstop took a sweet time to touch the bag, throw it to first. Vogelbach wasn't even close to the base. Okay? Now, I've been watching the game a long time. I've been a Met fan a long time. But this sort of acceptance of losing has to stop. It has to be gone. They kind of got away from it a little bit last year, and then it crept up again in September. All right? And again, like I mentioned in other last couple of videos, is this institutional attitude of, well, we're not going to win. There's nothing we can do about it. At some point, the other shoe's going to drop. That's got to stop. But again, the roster is a mess. Vogelbach has to go. Why do you have Mark Vientos on this team? Can somebody explain this to me? If he's not playing, then he can't be here. And if you're going to say to yourself, well, Vogelbach is a better option, they're delusional. The guy is a .217 career hitter. He is barely hitting over 300 with the slugging percentage. Okay? He's had 1 extra base hit in the last month. And again, I've put a lot of... I know that they're watching this show. I know a lot of people are watching this show. And I noticed that another dope, Sal Licata, mentioned a certain word that I mentioned about Vogelbach. I called him a loser. He used that on, I guess, in one of his shows on the radio. Hey, I'm going to point something out to people online. and the people in the big media. I watch. I have eyes everywhere. I watch. I read stuff. Give me credit, okay? If you're gonna steal my ideas, I know SNY has done it. I know that on their little dopey show, the Baseball Night in New York, where they get these people on there, half of them don't know what the hell they're talking about. Want to kiss the ass of the players. Okay, there are players on this team that cannot win here, and I'm starting to think Lindor is one of them. Okay, I know he hit a home run last night. His defense is terrific, but I'm starting to wonder if he's a winning player here. This is not an easy place to win, and it's not an easy place to play. Okay, let me explain what leadership is, because I kind of mentioned it about leadership. It's not just about let's go out there, guys, and get it. The guys that are the leaders of a team are guys that say that and then get big hits, make big plays. Keith Hernandez was like that. Gary Carter was like that. Mike Piazza was like that. Okay, and those guys were leaders on their teams, and we've seen that. We've seen that here. So I think we haven't seen this here in this with this team. A lot of times when the Mets play a game, it's like, well, it's almost like it's never happened. But we've seen great players perform here. Now, Max Scherzer, they mentioned, he struck out over 10 batters again. Oh, he's got so many strikeouts. Who cares? He's looked terrible. His ERA in the last 3 games against the Braves, over 6. Gave up a home run again to the Brave. I mean, this is a joke. His pitching, he's stealing the Mets' money, folks. He's stealing Steve Cohen's money. Now, how's Verlander going to pitch tomorrow? I don't know. And Carlos Carrasco, he pitched good until the fifth, sixth inning, and then he fell apart. I don't trust him. I've never trusted him. From the minute I saw him pitch for the Mets, he's unworthy of my trust as a fan. And Scherzer, he's stealing the Mets' money. Can the guy come up big against the Braves? They needed this game tonight. They really needed this game tonight. I can't tell you how badly they needed to win this game. Gary mentioned it during the broadcast several times that even though it's June 7th, this team needed this win tonight. And he didn't come up big for them. Why are they spending all this money for this guy and he's not performing? Who gives a fuck about all these strikeouts that he has in his career? They're absolutely meaningless to this game and meaningless to this team. Zero means nothing. Okay? Means nothing. He didn't do it. He pitched terrible last year against the Braves. He pitched terrible against the Padres. Why they spend all this money for him and he is bombed? Okay? And he did not pitch well. Again, he didn't pitch great with Dodgers at the very end in 21. So I don't know if he is shot. I don't know if he can't stay on the field or he's lost something. Now, I will mention this about Scherzer. Even in his whole career, he always gave up a lot of home runs. But this is ridiculous. Again, I hate the bring. The Vogelbach is just a symptom of the problem. I am chomping at the bit, folks, for them to get him out of here, because I'm going to wreck the general manager now, because I'm getting to the point where I've been going through these trades from last year, and it's getting me so angry. It's getting me so angry now. This Darren Ruff trade, the more I think about it, it's getting me madder and madder, even though he's long gone. And I'm going to wreck the general manager. So I'm like chomping at the bit to go after the general manager. Okay. Now the general manager took responsibility for Darren Ruff, but you have no idea what's going on, about what I have to plan for them to make the move. But Vogelbach cannot be on this team. He cannot play tomorrow. He cannot play anymore on this team. It's as simple as that. I've been saying that for a month. The first step of improving this ball club is getting him out of here. They haven't done that. Another thing they need to do is put Lindor lower in the lineup. They haven't done that either. I don't have all the answers, But I know some things that need to change. And some of these things need to change the lineup a little bit. You got to do whatever you got to do. This is not the best team that they could put on the field. Okay? It's as simple as that. I know his Pham got another home run. Even if Vientos doesn't hit well, maybe you play Pham a little bit more than this son of a bitch Vogelbach. Sorry to get nasty and mean, but it's gotten to a point where I'm fed up of watching this. I think a lot of people are fed up with this. We spent a lot of money, we spent a lot of time, a lot of years watching this team. And enough is enough. Enough of the excuses, enough of, oh, well, this guy's hurt, that guy's hurt, oh, this guy's in a slump. You know, Jeff McNeil only has one extra base hit in the last month. Did you know that? You know, us as fans, we've been dealing with this for years. Long before, Steve Cohen bought this team. Long before that. This has got to stop. Okay? We spent money. We spent time. I spent so much time over the last 3 years talking about this team. I want to see them win. Okay? Enough is enough. Get your shit together. And ownership has got to take some kind of real control over this. Okay? Vogelbach should not be on this team. He should be gone. It's the first step to getting yourself, out of this mess. Or at least beginning to. If not done that. Alright? This is a vent up anger from me. And I don't normally get mad about this team. But there comes a point where every fan has to say, enough is enough. Get this thing righted. Get this team going in the right direction. Not this 1 year good, another year mediocre. No, tired of this shit. Tired of it. You spent all this money, and for this, okay, you got a bullpen that means really not a good bullpen. It's an average to mediocre bullpen. Okay, Dominic Leone, he is a guy you look at that's going to help. He's got an ERA over 5. This guy got released. Like I said, I'm chomping at the bit to go after this general manager. This general manager is going to get nobody. And I mean nobody will hit that general manager harder than I will. Because I'm a fan. I have a big mouth. I don't hold back what I have to say about this team, about this organization, and about what's going on with this team. And I will tell you what I think. I told you, I'm not WFAN. I'm not bought and paid for by CBS Sports and CBS, okay? I'm not any of the commentators in SNY. All right? I'm none of those people. So when I talk to you as a fan, I have a lot of knowledge of this team. I have a lot of knowledge of baseball. And I'm telling you, this has got to stop. I'm tired of wasting years. I want to win one more championship before I'm out of here. Okay? And I want to see it. Steve Cohen promised us, between 2 to 5 years, a championship. It's pushing that date. All right? I know he wants to win. We know that. The ownership is not the problem. We know that. Okay? We have a different problem here. And that's a lot of these Wilpon-esque assholes still skulking around the Mets organization. Get them all the hell out of here. All of them. Get them all out of here. And bring in new people and get these people out of here. They're just bringing in bad mojo. We know the Wilpons are still skulking around. Get rid of their people. That's got to happen. Anyway. Vogelbach, 0 for 3, another strikeout. And it's funny, you're watching the broadcast, and Keith is beyond, he can't figure out the approach. Because the guy is a loser. Vogelbach as a player is a loser. Well, I appreciate the time for you. I appreciate the time you take to watch the videos. As you can tell, I'm very pissed off after watching this. And again, as fans, we spent years watching this team. You know, we watch hours upon hours watching the games. There's so many great memories. But we want better memories. Okay? We're tired of this. I'm tired of this. Okay? Tired of saying, oh, the Mets are going to win World Series this year, and they do what they've been doing for the first 2 months. Tired of it. It's like it has to come to a stop. And they're spending the money. It's not, ownership's not the problem. It's, I guess, again, I think it's this acceptance of this attitude of, well, the Mets can't do anything right. That attitude has to go away. Once you get rid of that attitude, it clears up a lot of nonsense. Then you don't accept any kind of losing. You don't accept any kind of mediocrity. And that's what we have here with this team. It's mediocrity. And bad baseball, too. And frustrating baseball. This is the kind of loss that a bad team loses. So, again, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the Baseball Hut. Have a good night. And I'll see you later.